Hey guys, a little bit of an informal video here. I've had a couple people asking some questions about zonai duplicated devices and weapons attached to them. I've got two here favorited that I made use of in my playthrough. This one was my janky lawnmower machine that makes use of five 130 damage weapons on each side of the vehicle, and you can see when I want to replicate it, it costs 51 zonai. I can reduce that a little bit by pulling out zonai devices, because replicating each or duplicating each item costs 3 zonai. So if I pull out this, 4 wheels, and a cart, and then I try to make it, the cost goes down to 33. However, I'm going to build one from scratch and apply the weapons manually. I just got to flip this guy. So that I can show the process of actually applying them, and then talk about some aspects of the weapons themselves. This isn't a scripted video. There's going to be a lot of pauses and ums and ahs. Okay, so I'll just put on the steering wheel and we are good to go. So this is the basic vehicle, and then if I want, I can add weapons. I have a bunch of Blue Mane Lionell blades here. There's a Railguard's Claymore that's almost destroyed, which doubles its attack power, as well as the Blue Mane Lionell Sablehorn attachment. So I'll just drop, I'll do maybe 3 on each side just for this video. And then I just attach the Blue Mane's Saberhorn weapons together. And then attach them to the vehicle. And then remove them. Break them apart and put them back in my inventory, so that when I try to duplicate the vehicle, it's not going to use the weapons that I've just attached. So now in my history, I've got the vehicle that I just built with the 3 weapons that I just attached to it. So I'll build that. And because there's 3 weapons poking out one side of the vehicle, it's going to use 9 zonai, because it's 3 zonai per duplicated item. They're now green, and they're indestructible. They don't. They attract lightning, but lightning doesn't hurt them. They're almost broken, which is why the damage is so high. But they won't break no matter how many enemies you run into with them. So I'll just do this on the other side. Oh, I only dropped 2. Attach this here. Beautiful. So now I'll remove them because they're saved in the history. Pick them back up. And my most recent history now has a vehicle with 3 weapons on either side, and it's going to cost 18, of course, because I'm duplicating 3 weapons on either side. And now if I want to, I can save this, although my favorites are full. But I could save this, and also the joined weapons also come up as their own items that can be saved. Maybe I'll just see if I can quickly. I don't need that. Okay, so I've saved this. And what I didn't test before, but I think might be worth trying now, I'm going to destroy the fused material here. And I'm going to try it with Gibdo bones, because those get destroyed, I think, with like 1 hit. So that's equipped. I'll attach it to the Royal Guards. Okay, so this thing's at 144 damage. Oh yeah, this is another thing that I don't quite understand how it works. There's a condition in which, when I'm affixing items to the vehicle and duplicating, sometimes I will be charged extra zonai because some items didn't stay attached, or maybe I actually wasn't paying attention. I'll rewatch the video after to see. I don't know if maybe I got these for free, but you can see that there are 3 duplicated weapons that were laying on the ground here. And because in the process of building this vehicle with 3 weapons on either side, 3 became unattached from the vehicle. I don't know if this is duplicated with for free, or it did cost me 9 extra zonai. I'm not sure, but this is one aspect of zonai duplication that I haven't explored yet, and I don't know that I will find time to. Anyway, so I'm going to drop this, and I'm going to attach it to the front of the vehicle, because, actually maybe I'll do it here, so it's sitting out nice and far. Then I'll remove it, pick it up, duplicate. This gets really expensive while you're building your ideal vehicle. Oh yeah, so see, those 3 weapons on either side dropped from it, and they're not being duplicated. So it's costing me 21 zonai to do this, and I've got these spare weapons now. So it does cost more. Just because I don't like wasting, I'm going to affix them to the back wheels. This thing's monstrous. Okay. So the one thing that I haven't checked for myself is how this Gibdo bone weapon will react. Since these weapons on the sides of the vehicle don't involve any swinging, they just essentially do poke damage at enemies. I hope it's not going to trigger the blood moon too early. I don't know when the last blood moon was. So my janky mechanism for triggering blood moons is to drive around cutting grass. These things cut grass really easily with one pass through. And they reveal all sorts of critters underneath the grass. And my logic in creating this method was, the more things that the game has to reveal and display, in this case a bunch of bugs and lizards and whatever, the sooner the game will trigger a blood moon, because it becomes too much for the game to keep all of these assets loaded. And at its best, this triggers a blood moon within like 5 minutes. I didn't say 5 minutes in my video because I don't want people to take longer than 5 minutes and then they're oh yeah, here. So let's see. But I don't like these types of enemies because they're hard to get off their horseback. Okay, so oh no, okay, it did get destroyed. The Gibdo bone. Okay, so the Gibdo bone, even though it was replicated with zonai, it did get destroyed. So it's possible that the Gibdo bone is handled differently than the weapons. Maybe for any of the items that get destroyed after one hit, maybe the game handles those as one hit and then it's destroyed, regardless of what its durability actually is. Of course, these are high damage weapons, and the damage remains. So these blades one shot most small enemies unless they're armored or whatever. I've shown all of this stuff in my last video, so I don't think that there's really much more for me to demonstrate here. But if I trigger a blood moon, I can show how I'll stay away from the horses. I can show how the replicated, or I think all zonai stuff disappears during the blood moon. I think that there were some times when a blood moon occurred that some zonai contraption that I had out didn't disappear, but I could be misremembering. Or maybe there are a couple different. So the blood moons that we're spawning here, I think, are called stress moons, because they're not naturally occurring in the game. It's forcing the game to create a blood moon. And I don't know if there's any differences between a legitimate blood moon and a stress moon. I haven't really been paying attention to it. So I've been at this for 12.5 minutes now. I didn't pay attention to how long I was actually building the vehicle for, and so I don't know how long I've been driving around for. But I haven't touched almost any enemies. When I'm spawning blood moons, the two things that I do is drive around cutting grass. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, and taking out enemies. So we've spawned the blood moon. God, these loading times are so long. Okay, so the zonai vehicle is gone. What that means is after you trigger a blood moon this way, and you want to trigger another one, you can see how expensive it gets, because I have to just straight up build this vehicle again, unless I reduce the cost of it by using other zonai devices. Of course, this isn't a problem for people that are duping, but whenever I make videos, I do try to keep people that aren't duping in mind. What I will do is, while I'm recording, I'm going to go over my zonai auto battler. Sorry for the noises. I have some people commenting on my videos, which I'm really appreciative of. Comments and engagement really help the videos get seen by more people. But I'm only doing one take. Honestly, this is so long and janky that I'm not even sure if I'm going to upload it, but I'm recording as if I will. So this is one enemy encampment. I'll just go with the auto battler build. Okay. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, so the auto battler that I've been working with until now are those same Lionell weapons. They're 130 damage each, and well, actually, I'll just do the same thing as the auto, or as the vehicle. So you can cut down on the cost of it by pulling out a few zonai devices. This one uses the homing cart and the big wheel, because I like having the weapons rotating. I think it causes more instances of weapons hitting enemies rather than the weapons remaining stationary. And a single frost emitter. The frost emitter is good because it keeps enemies it keeps enemies frozen for the most part. So with the parts that I pulled out, it costs 12 to create a single zonai device or auto battler. And what I didn't mention when riding around in the vehicle, but it becomes even more important here, is that when the zonai device is active, these weapons will hurt you too. I haven't been advancing in the game, focusing on doing shrines, increasing my HP or hearts, and as a result, I've got full stamina bars. Oh, come on. But oh, maybe I was too far away. But my hearts are low. So this thing absolutely tears through enemies. I could make it stronger by attaching better weapons. It does well enough though, and I'm not positioning myself properly in this video to stay away from the enemies, so the enemies will run after me. This is just a quick informal video, but the weapons that are spinning around this device are strong. I haven't tested various aspects of the weapons when they're attached to a zonai device that's running. I don't know if I can increase the damage further with food, or if I'm wearing some armor that increases, for example, bone damage, and the zonai weapons are bone. I don't know if that increases the damage further. It would take more testing than I've got time for. This will probably be my last video before I get started on Diablo 4, because I've been waiting for that game for a long time. I absolutely love Diablo, and I played the hell out of Diablo 3. I still one day intend to make videos for that, but haven't gotten to it because there's only so many hours in the day. And of course I had to delay a bit because it ran out of energy. I actually have enough crystal charges, I think, to put me up to full, but it's just whatever. So I'll let this thing tear through the rest of these enemies. The way that the blades are placed allows the auto battler to correct itself if it ends up kind of getting stuck like this. Sometimes it takes a little bit, but with 4, oh, it looks like it's stuck on the stairs. Ideally I wouldn't have been running around kiting enemies and getting it stuck here. I would have just stayed off to the side and let the auto battler take all the aggro. That would keep all the fighting in the center. But I'm just sort of mindlessly talking while showing it. And I'm almost dead too. One more hit and this recording's over. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, I think I've showed everything that I wanted to. The Gibdo bones seem to get destroyed regardless of whether or not they're duplicated with zonai, which is good to know. And I'm assuming that that'll then be the case for the ancient blade. One thing I would have liked to test is applying an ancient blade to one of these weapons. So the Ancient Blade's damage is 50. So if we were to attach that to a Royal Guard's Claymore, so the Blue-Mane Lionel Saberhorn is 33 damage, but it's doubled up to 66. But that 66 number would be 100 if the Ancient Blade was attached. However, since the Ancient Blade, I believe, is very breakable, like the Gibdo Bone, it's possible that it wouldn't even be beneficial if it instantly breaks anyway. But I don't know, maybe someone that's farther ahead in the game than me might want to test that. I haven't gotten very far in the game at all. I've been spending all my time taking out enemies, trying to find cheesy ways to easily take out enemies like the Gleeoks. I'm pretty proud of that method of taking them out, because I literally did it with no armor. I just went in naked, and this thing's gonna get broken. Went in naked, no armor, no hearts. It's pretty cool that you can take out Gleeoks that easily. And I didn't do almost any story-related stuff. I didn't do any of the temples. I don't have any avatar allies to help me out. If I did, I might have given the Lionels a second go, because the two enemies that I didn't find really easy ways to take out yet are Lionels and Phantom Ganon. I don't know that I will. Diablo's out tomorrow, and I'm spending all of this time trying to... Oh, bloody hell. It doesn't matter, whatever. I've been spending all this time trying to deal with life, so that I'm ready for Diablo, and I'm gonna hit that game as hard as I hit Zelda and Crisis Core and Pokemon before it. I don't know what else to discuss while I'm recording. But yeah, you can affix weapons to zonai devices in a few creative ways. I'm sure there's other people that have come up with far more creative ways than myself. I do have some other cool weapons. These ones, the damage doubles when I'm at 1 heart, and I'm almost always at 1 heart, so that's usually doubled. These guys are pretty cool, but they're small because I'm using the Gerudo Scimitar, which automatically doubles the power of fused materials. But the Gerudo Scimitar's base damage is 8, so of course that's not nearly as helpful, and the weapon is short compared to the Blue-Mane Lionel blade, so it's not as helpful using a vehicle, because you want something nice and big to cut grass even more. Yeah. Well, I don't know what else to talk about, so that's it. I will decide soon if I'm going to post this or not. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you, everyone that gave my videos a chance. I really appreciate it. I hope that my videos have been helpful to someone or a few people out there. Next up is Diablo 4. I'm starting tomorrow, as soon as it's out. I also was playing around with the idea of streaming on YouTube, but the stream was really choppy. On Twitch it's completely fine. I don't know what the problem is with YouTube, but I'd much prefer streaming on YouTube than Twitch. I don't know if I can get streaming on YouTube figured out, then maybe I'll do that. But I don't know if I'll be able to get it done in time. But yeah, Diablo 4 next. Thank you very much for watching. If you're willing, please like and comment on my videos so that they'll get more engagement and more people can see them. And yeah, thank you for giving my content a chance up until now. Peace.